it's Jen with Astro T Astrology. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the forecast for the week of starting today, the 22nd through the 28th. I am kind of titling this to go after your passions, but practice self-control. So make sure that you subscribe to the channel so you can keep updated on the weekly forecast every week, and hit the little bell for notifications of when the new videos come out. And of course, hit the like button if you like this video. I'd really appreciate it. Please leave comments because all that helps the algorithm, helps the channel to grow, and I'd love to grow along with all of you. So we're going to start off with today, the 22nd. The sun today is in a sextile with Mars in Leo. So the sun is about your what gives you your gusto, kind of what gives you your drive. So this enhances, the Mars kind of enhances that, your interest, piques your determination, your drive to succeed. It kind of pushes you forward. The sun is in Gemini right now, and Mars is in Leo. So it's giving us that kind of push. With Gemini is, it's a lot of talking points, it's a lot of learning, processing and keeping in information. Also, Mars in Leo is about kind of, kind of things. That's the ruler of, it rules, the sun rules Leo. So it's kind of, still kind of focused on you, focused on what is, going to drive you forward. And how you can succeed. Now, right now, Mercury is kind of speeding up. It's gaining momentum. You're going to feel this. It's still in Taurus, but it's going to be moving into Gemini very soon, where it's happy there. It rules Gemini. So, as it's coming out of its post-shadow period, we're kind of thinking about the things that we reflected on, the things that we kind of reworked on, and we're kind of gaining momentum to go towards that. Mars is really speedy, and of course, as it gets out of Taurus is kind of slow moving, but once it gets into Gemini, it's going to be super quick and things are going to come fast. So you kind of want to be able to, stimulate your brain and keep up with, the speed of everything as it's going to be working. So we also have happening on the 23rd, we have Mars coming into a square with Jupiter that's in Taurus. So this is kind of adding to the T-square that we talked about in the prior video. It's the T-square between Pluto and Mars. They're in opposition. So Pluto is in Aquarius, Mars is in Leo, so they're in opposition. And then we have Jupiter here in Taurus. So you see how that makes a T shape? So that's what we call a T-square. So Mars is kind of just getting into the action tomorrow on the 23rd. You're going to feel maybe a little bit restless, maybe some unspent energy that's going to be kind of getting you going. Be enthusiastic about something, and what you're enthusiastic about, you're going to want to lurch towards. Of course, you want to be careful, as always, with Mars and with Pluto making rash actions, or acting without thinking first. Plus, with Jupiter in the mix, that's really boosting that. Pluto's about deep changing transformation. It's not just a quick, temporary change, it's a lasting change. So any changes that are going to be coming within this time, they're going to be lasting. It's going to be a learning, growing, Jupiter growing, and moving towards experience of change. So you want to really be careful about making those rash decisions, because you don't want this to be something that you can't take back and something that you're going to end up regretting. So, this also, because of the Jupiter involved, it could be something, even on a mundane level, something that you're learning about, maybe on the news or in a global stage that's going on. Someone making rash decisions that might even change the way that you think, that might change the way, what you believe in, and kind of make you lean a different way and question things. I still always worry about, with all this Pluto action going on, and the sudden change, and then Mars in there, and then Jupiter, that's big changing, never going back. One of the things I always come back to is this war that's going on in Ukraine, and you worry about what could happen there. Is Putin gonna get sick of just the constant, the fighting and everything being dragged on, and just do something rash? So that's one of my biggest fears that's kind of in this whole season, ever since, Pluto's been changing signs, and you just don't know what's going to happen. There's going to be some kind of transformation. We don't know exactly what it is. So, keep your eyes open, and you'll see little glimpses of it, and just kind of be aware and just go with the flow. Things might be scary for a little bit. Things might be unstable, and you want to kind of be able to go with the flow, kind of bring out your inner Pisces that's in there, and just kind of just go along with it. And maybe you'll enjoy the ride. Maybe you'll enjoy the big transition. Who knows what it's going to bring. So then we have on the 26th, we have Venus that's in Cancer, and that's coming into a sextile with Uranus that is in Taurus. So Taurus is still very heavily present, still lots of stuff going on in Taurus, making a lot of interaction. So if you have anything in Taurus, sun, moon, rising, your personal planets, any of your angles, MC, IC, AC, DC, if you have any of those in Taurus, you're really going to be feeling that. Also in the other fixed signs. So you're gonna, with Venus and Uranus, it's gonna give you like that hunger for some fun and excitement, something different, something new. You're gonna maybe feel some kind of different desires that you haven't felt before, something new popping up. You're gonna, maybe something unexpected that all of a sudden, it's gonna get that little fire passion, a little bit of a ignite, and you're gonna want to just maybe splurge on something, be spontaneous. So another thing, of course, Jupiter's in there also, so you want to be careful of going overboard, kind of overspending, going over the top. So you just kind of want to always be careful there. Still, they're all connected. You still got Mars in the picture with the square to Jupiter, or just the square in general to Taurus. So you want to just keep that in mind. Don't make the rash decisions, and really kind of, keep control of yourself. We also have Mars on the same day, the 26th, which is Friday. We have Mars squaring the North Node. North Node also still in Taurus. Not for too much longer though. It's going to end towards the end of Taurus. But it's really, it's about, Mars again. It's about going for things, pushing yourself, taking the initiative. And of course the North Node, if you're unfamiliar with the nodes, definitely check back on one of my previous videos where I get into the nodes and what they're all about. But the North Node, in just a nutshell, it's about that we feel we want, in life. Whether it be being famous, being the best at something, being the most beautiful, being the richest, something that is just, over the top. That's what we're striving for. So you kind of have to watch this obsession with becoming that, the obsession with becoming maybe famous, if that's your thing, or becoming popular. Sometimes those things come with some negative reactions, and you want to be careful again of those rash decisions. You want to go for what you want. You want to, aim high always. You want to go for that gold ring and reach for it, but you want to be careful of, not step on people along the way. You know, you want to be careful of what you do to get ahead, and don't take things for granted. Be appreciative of the things that help you along the way, the people that help you along the way. So you always want to have that. So you want to keep that Venus in there with the Uranus on the same day. You know, this could be pointing you in that direction. That could be, you know, taking that North Node and kind of flipping it a little bit. You know, the Uranus in the mix, you know, all this going on the same day, all these transits, they blend together. They might not be happening at the exact same moment, but remember, the transit is as the faster moving planet is coming into connection with the slower moving planet, or into aspect with the slower moving planet. And you're going to feel that as it's happening. Of course, it's going to intensify when it becomes, you know, exact, and then you're going to get the reverberations and the lasting effects after it starts going away. Just, you know, like I like to say, it's like it's a truck going through a puddle. If you're standing there and a big truck comes through the puddle and splashes you, you're going to be drenched afterwards. So, you know, you're going to really feel it. Venus is a little faster moving planet. Mars is a faster moving planet. Splash isn't going to be as big because they do go around a lot, but you're still going to feel it. You're still going to have some lasting effects. So especially, again, if you have planets in the fixed houses, anything that's going on in Taurus, that's when you're really going to feel that. Also, you know, Venus is in Cancer. If you have anything in Cancer, that's a cardinal sign. And then we have Mars, which is in Leo, so that is another fixed sign. So kind of got a lot of fixed energy going on here. So if you have any planets in the fixed, you know, especially your luminaries in the fixed signs, this is who will definitely feel this a little more than others who have mostly mutable signs. You're not probably going to feel this as much. So then we're moving on, and we get to about the 28th, and that is when the Sun comes into a square with Saturn that's in Pisces. So this is about taking everything that you're kind of working towards. This, you know, this Mars feel that's pushing you forward, that's pushing you towards your goals, that's, you know, pushing you towards that brass ring. And it is kind of, you know, the Saturn is kind of bringing it down and reshaping and reforming and restarting your foundation, like starting again with a new foundation. And, you know, with that Uranus in there, it could be something different. You know, you could see something shiny. It's just like, you know, ooh, what's this? And that could be what you're going to aim at next. Say, you know what? I'm not interested in this. I'm going this way instead. This might work out better. So, you know, see what, especially with the, you know, the Mercury coming out of its post-shadow period, we're still thinking about those things that we had planned, that we kind of were working towards, you know, during, you know, the reflecting about, reshaping. And now with the Saturn, with the Sun, those things that give us the drive might be a little bit different. So the Saturn is going to like ground us. It's going to give us a new foundation to start. It's going to take control over it. You are going to find that you're going to get some tests. You know, don't let things get you down. You need to persevere. Use that inner Mars to just push through these obstacles. Saturn is about putting up blocks. It's about putting up obstacles, and you want to be able to push towards that to get to what you want. Don't let things discourage you. You know, say you're working on something and it seems like there's just one after another hurdle that you're trying to get over. Don't give up. And, you know, maybe just try a different angle. Maybe, you know, if you're going this way and this is giving you hurdles, maybe kind of take a detour and go a little different direction. Kind of, again, use that Saturn to reshape, rethink, and redo and get yourself so you can attain those goals that you're working towards. So that's about all for this week. So again, practice a little bit of self-control, but go for what you go for what you want, and you can achieve anything if you put your mind to it. And remember, what's in your natal chart is what's promised to you if you work hard. Nothing is just going to be handed to you. So look at your natal chart, see what is promised to you in there, and go for it. You know, you got to put in the hard work sometimes. You know, you got to overcome those squares that are in your chart, and you can persevere. So if you want to have a good reading of your chart, kind of get to know where you're going, kind of get to know what it is, you know, if you have some confusions, like I just don't know what I want, I can help you. So please contact me at astroteacherstrology@gmail.com. I can give you a short reading, and we can kind of develop from there and see what is your life's goal, what is your drive in life, and what really is what you should be working towards, and what kind of success you can have in this life. So I hope to hear from you, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember again to like the video if you liked it, and subscribe and hit the little bell for notifications for any further future videos, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.